Good evening, Camels, and welcome back. I'm Pagano.
And I'm Angelina Soulasinh. This is Campbell Now. Campbell students are back on campus after an increase of COVID-19 cases appeared 2 weeks ago. Until today, Campbell had been operating remotely, pausing all in-person classes. Since then, the on-campus cases of COVID-19 have dropped substantially. We have just a few weeks to go in this semester. Please continue to practice social distancing and wear your mask as we transition back.
That's right, Angelina. We can all do our parts to ensure we stay on campus for the rest of the semester. While Campbell's cases have dropped, COVID-19 cases in North Carolina are continuing to increase at a growing rate. More than 1,700 positive cases were reported Sunday, bringing the total just to under 200,000 cases confirmed in the state. North Carolina also reported 5 deaths Sunday, bringing the total to almost 4,000.
Nationwide cases continue to climb. Johns Hopkins University reports that the total number of positive cases is just under 8 million, while the total number of deaths is around 215,000.
Harnett County Schools opened September 28th to a hybrid mix of in-person and online classes. As of October 11th, more than 100 people in the district were under quarantine. Just 3 days prior to there were only 51 reported cases under quarantine. The school system dashboard currently shows 15 positive coronavirus cases throughout the county. According to the school board chairman, Eddie Jaggers, the quarantines are not linked to any positive cases at the schools, but are students and employees who were exposed off campus. Despite the rise in quarantines, the school board plans to stay with the course of hybrid model of instruction.
President Trump is back on the campaign trail after testing positive for COVID-19 on October 1st. After more than 10 days, the White House physician has said the president is no longer a transmission risk. According to the CDC, mild to moderate cases can remain infectious for no longer than 10 days, while a more severe case can remain infectious for over 20 days. The White House physician did not state whether or not the president had tested negative for the virus.
People along the coast of Louisiana have a long recovery ahead. More than a quarter of residents in Louisiana were out of power after Hurricane Delta rocked the state Friday night. The Category 2 hurricane brought a maximum sustained winds of 100 miles per hour and a massive sea surge. 2 people died in the storm. Hurricane Delta was the second hurricane to hit Louisiana in 6 weeks. We'll be right back after this.
We may be social distancing, but that doesn't mean we can't carry on some campus traditions. This Wednesday, students can be a part of the masquerade, midnight breakfast at the new student center hosted by CAB. The event begins at 5 o'clock that afternoon and masks are required of everyone attending. CAB will be giving away free t-shirts, but the group is asking people not line up for the event. Tickets will be available Tuesday morning at 10 at the Student Union. Check your Student Life email for details.
If you are hoping to buy the new iPhone, it may arrive at your door a little sooner than before. Apple says it's changing its delivery methods on products being released this week. The tech giant says its delivery changes will bring new products to customers who live away from distribution centers. This also provides a way for previously shuttered local stores to remain open to facilitate delivery. Federal Express will handle all U.S.-based deliveries.
The Los Angeles Lakers are the winners of the NBA championship this year. They played Sunday night for Game 6 and beat the Miami Heat 106-93. The Lakers are now tied with the Celtics for most championship wins at 17. While the season was paused on March 11th due to a positive corona test, it seemed the NBA had a plan to isolate and continue to practice smart and safe behavior so the season could go on. Ultimately, this was huge for LeBron James, as this was his 4th title. James became the first player in history to earn NBA Finals MVP with 3 different teams.
Friday night, Sydney McCorkle became the first girl to play varsity football at a private school in North Carolina. McCorkle grew up loving and playing football. In middle school, she played kicker and wide receiver. Sydney put together a legal team to help her realize her dream. It included her parents, a lawyer, and a family friend who worked together to create a proposal for the league to review. In the end, she won and is playing on her school varsity football team this fall. Sydney attends Providence Day in Charlotte. This past Friday, Providence Day won their first game of the season, where Sydney scored a 2-point conversion, making her also the first girl to score in a varsity football game at a private school. Well, that's all we have for today. Have a great week. I'm Pagano.
And I'm Angelina Soulasinh. This is Campbell Now.